I work as a software engineer at a large, let's say, large company. Um, so I deal with a lot of the corporate bullshit that you would expect to deal with at just about any large corporation. It doesn't change between corporations. So if you're at another one of the big ones and you're wondering, oh, is it better somewhere else? It's the same. Don't expect anything different. Don't expect anything groundbreaking. You're not going to get it. How do you deal with it? How do you develop a mind fortress that allows you to navigate the day-to-day nonsense that you will have to deal with as someone who is neurodivergent? You have to develop a mindset of the only thing that I know is certain is change, because there is no consistency, there's no reliability that things will be the same in 6 months as they are now, that you'll get to work on the things you're working on now in 3 months, 2 months, even next month. There's no guarantee of anything except that it will change. So get used to it. Then I would focus on ensuring that the work you do is the right work, not just any work and not just every piece of work, and don't care about everything. You can't. So many things to care about. You got to care about less things. You got to kind of game the system in a way. Not saying that you got to game the system, I more mean so you got to play the game, right? Which means be strategic in the work that you choose to do. Be mindful of your time because it's very valuable and it's short. So make sure you're working on the things that move your progression, your project, your knowledge, whatever, in the direction that you need it to in order to get to where you want to be. Yeah. You kind of have to be pretty brutal about this. And it will mean that you probably, I don't know, you might feel like you're caring about way too few things, but if you're at that point and you're wondering, oh, should I care about more things? Don't. You're good where you are. Don't add to that. Don't go looking for work unless you really need it. If you already have a bunch of stuff that you know you should be doing or that you can be doing, just do those things. Don't go looking for more. That means strategically avoiding, staying out of meetings if you don't feel like you're going to be able to provide any value because your capacity is maxed out. That means delegating or potentially asking other people to drive things when they come to you with a problem. Being like, hey, can you drive this? I'm happy to provide support, but can you drive this action? Essentially freeing that cognitive load from you, and they'll come back to you when they have questions and the like. It's not always going to be straightforward. Some of it will just not make sense, no matter what you try to wrap your head around, and that's fine. You just have to accept that it doesn't make sense. You have to accept that you might never know why they're doing things the way that they're doing them. Just do them. If my manager tomorrow, that he'll never do this, but if my manager tomorrow asked me to do 11 jumping jacks and clap with my ass cheeks because the company demands it of me, I would do it. Obviously, they're not going to do that, but, that kind of thing. Jump left, jump right, whatever. When I'm at work, they're paying for that time to be utilized by them however they like. I don't give a shit how they use that time. It's their time. Do I think there are certain things that potentially could be better? Maybe. Do I have all the context to be certain about whether or not I can actually make that better? No. There's so much context. There's so much shit at these large companies that you're just not aware of. And then when you start digging into something, you always unearth these giant archaeological finds of, oh, there's all this previous stuff to do with this. There's nothing new under the sun at these big companies. Which is also a good thing because it means you can do less work by leveraging existing work and just reusing it. So don't overdo your work. If you're a software engineer, it's great because we liberally borrow from each other all the time. Stack Overflow is a giant library of borrowing. So just go ahead and do it. Everyone else is anyway. And then stack small wins is the other one, I think I would say. You need to have a consistent log of like little things that you can point to, like, hey, look, I'm doing something, I'm doing something, I'm doing something. Even if that is writing a document, even if that is just doing something, whatever you're doing, have something to show for it. Don't just be doing something and not making it clear to others what you're doing. Because I've noticed they care less about what you're doing with your time, so long as you can justify the value of what you're doing with your time. Like, if it makes sense to the business, like you're saying, hey, look, I'm providing value to the business by doing this and this and this, they're going to be more likely to be okay with what you're doing than if you're just going, oh, I feel like this would, this is a good opportunity for me to develop myself. The company doesn't give a fuck about your development. They care about what you provide. So make it about them. Tell them all the great things you're doing for them, all the numbers you're moving for them, the metrics you're improving, this, that, what have you. Because that's the stuff they love. They froth at that. They gargle that up. And that's how you get ahead. That's just some initial thoughts. I might make a second part to this, but that's all I can kind of think of right now. I hope that helps someone. If it does, let me know. If it doesn't, let me know. If you want to let me know something else, let me know. Take care.